Welcome, everybody, to Mystery Quest, where today we are playing Call of Cthulhu and a scenario called Fish in a Barrel.
Are we the fish?
Don't worry about it. It's totally fine. This is a scenario by Phil Anderson and Nick Holland, and it is set in the Roaring 20s.
Yeah, see? Yeah.
The year is 1922, and the place, Chicago. It is a dark and bitterly cold, moonless night. Puddles on the muddy street are already starting to freeze, and the first signs of snow are in the air. But we're not outside right now. We cut over to the first floor of a building, and behind heavy curtains, a warm and raucous speakeasy is in full swing. This is a large building, a sort of long bar running down one of the walls. Opposite, a ring of dancers surrounds a small stage where an upbeat jazz band are playing up a storm. This place is known as The Barrel, and it's heavy with tobacco smoke and packed with patrons from all walks of life, from bums to off-duty police officers, people from the mayor's office, and academics. At their usual table sits our group of investigators, a group of old college friends and drinking buddies. Before Prohibition, they'd meet once a week to knock back a glass of their favorite bourbon and solve the problems of the world. Now, their only option for a night out is to visit a speakeasy. You're all valued regulars at The Barrel, a hotspot on the city's north side. The owner is Cornelius, the Fisherman Doyle, a bootlegger and small-time gangster. The Barrel's specialty drink, the Juice, is a delicious, glittery amber liqueur only available to regulars. If you can order the juice, then you're one of the it crowd. Each of you are a regular, and in this, pretty busy. It's fairly packed now. It's good sort of 8 or 9 o'clock in the evening. It's already dark outside, and through this packed crowd of people ordering all manner of spirits and beers, we have a table with our 4 patrons sat there. Would you like to introduce yourself?
My name is Harry O'Brien. I'm a musician from Chicago. I'm a roguish young man looking somewhat like Jude Law, if you can imagine that. Crossed with, I guess, kind of Matt Damon / Jude Law. All-American boy, good-looking, confident, moderately wealthy. I'm doing pretty well. I love my friends, and I love music.
Incredible.
And I dress in kind of sort of 1920 style baggy trousers, baggy shirt, a little open at the chest, cool haircut, and a cigarette.
Ooh.
And a glass of bourbon. Another juice over here for me and my friends.
So yeah, you are part of this in crowd as locals at this place, and so you guys all are allowed to consume the juice.
The juice.
How do you take it? How do you like to
take my juice neat?
Just neat.
Just neat.
Ooh, okay, love that.
What else could you do with it?
You tell me. You might have it in a cocktail. You might
I see.
have it as
on a cracker.
knock it back as a shot.
Through a cracker. I filtered it carefully through. No, I'll just take it neat. Give me a juice neat over there. What's the barmaid's name? Roxy?
The barmaid, there's Maddie. There's 2 people that work at the bar. We'll kind of get to them.
Okay.
But Maddie is the kind of like stern, fairly standoffish, like has to deal with a bunch of drunken lads all the time.
But she loves the regulars.
Yeah,
sure.
oh no. Like you guys are kind of like pretty well taken care of. You've been coming here for a long time. Next up, Ben.
Hello, I'm Raphael da Costa. I'm a contemplative, handsome, and slight. I'm one of the brightest actuary and financial analysts in the country. And I believe that there is an evil in this society. And that evil must be rooted out. And that evil is the imbalance of wealth between the rich and the poor.
Wow.
I hope you will read my column that I publish in the Socialist newspaper. I feel very passionate about it.
It sounds amazing.
Sounds like you do, yeah.
And what do you look like?
I wear trilby, round spectacles, and wavy flowing hair that I flick back as I contemplate how to best use my wealth to improve the plight of the common man. And of course, I sip my juice on the rocks as I clink the glass to think about all very important, clever things.
Ooh. And next up, Bryony.
I am Eleanor Richards, and I'm a linguist and quite a cunning one, if I do say so myself.
Very good. In immediately. I love it.
Got to get it out the way.
Someone was going to say
It
it.
was coming, so yeah, you do it yourself.
So she's got sort of like fancy bob cut, dresses in black. She's got one of those long cigarettes that she's often sort of, a French cigarette in the end, and beret going the full, I'm very, very well traveled, darling, I know.
I'm in.
And she's also, she has her juice in like a martini glass, little cherry in it, and something fruity in there, just to
Ooh, okay,
take
that's
the edge
great.
off.
And then finally, we're joined by Lewis.
Hello, I'm Che Jackson, immaculately dressed in a black tuxedo and black tie, a tall, dark and handsome fellow, leaning back in his chair. You wouldn't know. He's secretly a very well-educated scientist and very popular. He's affected this strange accent over the course of being abroad and visiting the World's Fair. He's holding a yo-yo in one hand. bit of new technology to, impress and attract the ladies around the bar. Che Jackson, PhD. Pretty huge diploma. Very excited to be here with you all.
Incredible. And how does Che take his juice?
Che drinks out of an Erlenmeyer flask.
Ooh.
It's one of those, research flasks.
Because
The one with the triangle bottom. He swirls it around.
Because he's so sexy, he's worried people won't think that he's a scientist, so he has to drink out
to
of
carry a flask with him
science
everywhere.
vessel.
Why do I drink out of this, you ask?
Because of my PhD.
What a good conversation starter.
Okay.
I've been trying to replicate the taste of this wonderful concoction back in my lab, but I've had no success so far.
Would you care to join me for an experiment?
Oh, nice. Okay. 100% in. So yeah, you guys are all sat around and you were drinking a round of the juice. Can I immediately get you all to make a sanity roll for me? So Call of Cthulhu is a D100 based system where people will be trying to roll under a target number. All of the players will have an amount of sanity, and they're currently trying to roll under that.
I got a 29.
So
good.
is that a pass?
That's a pass.
Nice.
I got a 9, which is a pass.
Excellent.
I got a 66, which is a fail.
And I got a 98.
Ooh!
Perfect.
Although that is a D8 you're rolling there instead of a D10.
Oh,
But it didn't change the
could be
basic.
even worse.
No, that's a
That's a
D12.
D12.
Could be even worse.
There you go.
95.
Okay.
95. Okay.
Well spotted.
Absolutely perfect. So over the sort of last 9 months, since you've been coming to the barrel and you've been consuming the juice, you, in each of your chosen fields, have been having unprecedented success. However you're doing things before, suddenly now your music is taking off. You are suddenly now able to break down language in ways that you weren't able before. Your scientific discoveries are kind of becoming the top of your field, rolling from success to success. And part of it is to do with the juice. In a complete meta part of the rules, every time you ever consume the juice, keep track of this, you'll be allowed to have a bonus dice that you can use on any future dice roll that you so wish. And so a bonus dice means that they can roll 2 d10s and they can choose the lowest of that for when taking a test. Effectively using those dice rolls in your chosen field, which is what is helping you to do a little bit better.
Are our characters aware of that? Or are we just having a good time?
No, I don't think you're necessarily aware of that. That is more of a player bit of table knowledge.
Okay.
But the two of you that failed your sanity checks, you can both lose 1 point of sanity. And for a moment, Che, you're sat this raucous, steamy room, smoke-filled,
I'm playing with my yo-yo.
playing with your yo-yo. But as you play with your yo-yo, all of a sudden you're not sat in the barrel anymore. You are looking out at this sort of ancient, prehistoric vista, and in almost as if in like stop motion, you can see two like tectonic plates dragging themselves apart from each other, and this glacier flowing down into the gap, and then that begins to melt, and then you're just back in the barrel. And almost as quickly as that came on, the thought kind of leaves your mind.
It's got a kick to it, that stuff, huh?
Strong stuff.
Yeah.
Eleanor, you are in the same kind of way, sat there having a drink, taking a sip out of your martini glass. You've chewed on the cherry, and you are now stood in this like obsidian landscape. It is black rock, smoke and fire coming out of vents in the ground, and your eyes are taken up to this shapeless form that is eyeballs and wings and tentacles just in the sky. You do not know how big this thing is, but it is colossally huge and staring down at you. It'd be impossible for you, even as the incredible linguist that you are, to ever put down in words what this thing is. And as more of these eyes turn and look at you, suddenly you're just back in the barrel again, and just drinking away with your friends. And very quickly, the sort of thought of this kind of just begins to leave your mind as well. How? Enjoy being sat at the table.
Powerful stuff. Another! Have I shown you my latest invention? I call it the Jackson Triangle. It has got, you rotate the side, you see, and you can switch them. It's like a puzzle.
What's it for?
I don't know. I mean, it's just to try and we'll get all the colors on the same side. I think it'll catch on.
Oh, I get it.
A cube of cubes.
Well, triangle. Oh, cute, even better. I didn't think of that. When I get back to the lab, I'll have a go at making that one.
So you're using your mighty brain to make toys these days, Che?
Well, I feel like this juice has increased my spatial awareness. It's giving me access to unknown dimensions of my own mind.
Good heavens.
It lets me think in a creative way, and I've really felt that they're inspired lately. In my workshop, I've been making tons of things.
Well, it's helped my music too. I wrote that new song, Baby Got Back, is what it's called. Just about a lady returning home. She got back from a long
Good
trip.
to hear.
Is what it was
You
about.
must have missed her.
Oh, I did miss her terribly, yeah. She had a fine ass.
Oh, well, I mean, you maybe could integrate that into the song.
No, I don't think so. It's the 1920s. People aren't ready for songs about booties just yet.
It's modern times. We need to move and forward. How have you been doing, Ellie?
No, it's just been fine, thank you. I've been, burying my head in all of these books, see? But, blimey, this stuff sure is strong. I should neck the martini and signal for another one. Like, I don't know what's happening to me tonight. How about you? Have you saved the poor yet?
This is all so frightfully.
This is all really just a distraction. Although I do find a drink does help grease the wheels. My column has been better than ever. Yes, it really is every man's duty to help his brother man. I cannot abide a waste of your talents on these frivolous toys, Che. You really should work on something more productive.
It's not my job to solve capitalism. I'll leave that to you.
It's really the duty of every man to improve his lot, to reach their abilities and to reach their needs, as the great Carl once said.
Carl.
You're on first name terms. This is, as you are sort of having this conversation, this big kind of a stout fellow that you would recognize as the fisherman. This is the guy that runs the place, who's in charge.
This is Cornelius Doyle.
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's kind of making his way through these kind of like fairly busy crowds, kind of maneuvers his way through the dance floor and over to you guys, and he's got a tray of drinks and comes to you guys and is like, "Hey, how's my favorite customers doing tonight? I got a round on the house for you all. You know, hey, you guys having a big night tonight. You guys need anything? You just come and find me and let me know."
Oh, thanks, Cornelius. That's mighty fine of you.
And he sets this tray of drinks down, and it's
Cornelius,
another...
I must know. I've been racking my brains all week. What's the secret to this stuff? It tastes so good.
It's only the best for our best patrons. You all definitely know that a lot of people want to be able to drink this stuff, but it is kept for like a select few. Like you would know the other sort of like locals at this place. You've been coming here a couple of times a week for the last sort of 9 months to a year, and you are all allowed to order this. It is much more expensive than other drinks that are like available, but there is something so delicious about this sort of golden flecked amber liqueur that's sweet and savory and has these floral notes that is better than most of the alcohol that is being served at this time. Prohibition is in full swing. The amount of sort of bathtub gin and super cheaply imported whiskey that is coming in, this is just head and shoulders better, despite it being 5-10 times the cost. It is incredible.
Right, well, Cornelius, such a fantastic job. I mean, the taste, it's sublime. Do you think maybe we could, market this thing, get it out there? We could make $1 million, me and you.
You've known this guy for a while, and you've become friendly with him as, a patron would with a sort of a landlord of a place. And you have recognized over your time being here that he's a bit of a thug and a man of kind of low cunning, but you can see that he would have dollar signs in his eyes for any way to make some cash.
Yeah, look, you know me. Any way to make a buck, I'm involved.
Yeah, I mean, I can tell some of the flavors in there. We got a low fruity flavor. There's a little bit of a fishy aftertaste. It's really got everything. I mean, if I can get the recipe, I could get some sort of a cheaper one together, and we can really get it out there, get it popular. I'll
write a jingle for it. I'll work on it right now.
This sounds incredible. A fishy aftertaste, you say. That sounds kind of disgusting.
Yeah, make sure you work that into the jingle.
Yeah, I will.
You got to work on that. That sounds real nice. Harry, are you going to be playing for us tonight at all?
Anything you need, Cornelius, I'm up on that stage, baby.
The locals always love it when you get up there and do a.
I'm working on a
ditty
new
for
number.
us.
I'll run it by the fellas.
Oh man, I cannot wait. Like you would recognize the band who's playing tonight. You've seen them before.
Yeah, I'd be like, whatever musicians say. 4 beats and give me in the key of D and try to keep up, and then we'll just sort of.
yeah.
And away we go. No, all the whole band just joins in. It's like a magical musical moment.
Oh my god! If you want to do that, can you make me some kind of music roll?
No. I need some more juice. All right, here we go. A music roll. I'm quite good at that. I've got music piano looks like 70, and then right music is 85. Ooh. So I'll go for music piano, I guess. I have scored 60, which is a success. Not a stunning success, just a regular old success.
Cool.
I've had quite a bit of juice.
You
Everyone has.
start playing up the storm. You jump on the piano. This sort of like regular band. The pianist there, he shuts over, more than happy to make room. They know that you've got the stuff,
right?
And the music you start playing almost begins to drive the dance floor into more of a frenzy.
Fantastic. People doing that move where they slide the lady between their legs and they pick her up again and then pick her up, and then she picks him up, and then
yeah.
it all gets a bit messy. That dance.
Yeah. They're hard into swing. If they don't have the swing at this stage, your music is so good that you have jumped dance techniques forwards by
30 years.
30 years.
He invented swing.
Just before the dance nerds call us out on actually they didn't have that dance at that stage. I don't know. Everyone's Charlestoning.
Yeah.
Probably was
What is it, the
around.
flapping
Maybe.
or whatever? The flapping. Yeah. All right.
Sure.
Okay, well, look, I'm a busy guy. I got things I gotta be doing. But look, anything you need, especially on you guys' big night, I'll, boom, catch up with you later on.
And he kind of takes your empty glasses, and you see him sort of like head back behind the bar and off into this side room. Can I get all of you to give me a sanity roll, please? As you kind of tuck into...
Succeed.
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 Absolutely perfect. Well, you can all lose one sanity anyway.
As a treat.
So you're all kind of a little bit used to the idea of you consuming the juice and having these like ever so slight minor hallucinations. They're all always very abstract. Usually you'll never really remember them, but you just know that there's like always a bit of a kick to the juice. It's part of what draws you into it, that you generally quite enjoy this process. They never last very long, generally pretty harmless and instantly forgettable. But this time is different. You guys all suddenly find yourself, you are in a dark room. This is like quite a dark, cavernous chamber, and through the gloom, you can make out in the distance these sort of angular shapes all around you. This sort of glints of something reflective kind of dotted around in those dark shapes, and you are stood in a circle, and all of you are wearing these dark, heavy blue robes, and your arms are outstretched, and there is this central character who's also wearing one of these dark blue robes, and all of you are chanting. You're chanting the exact same thing together.
We give ourselves to the key and the gate. Our sacrifice opens the door. All become one. All become dust. Our souls shall bridge the present and past.
Cool. So yeah, all of you are just endlessly chanting that, and this feels very real. This feels like you are actually there. You can feel the cold damp, the wind, the bitter coldness of this room. Almost as quickly as it came on, you are now back in the barrel. But these memories do not fade from your mind at all. It is...
Did you all feel that?
I don't know what they're putting in this stuff tonight.
They must be mixing in absinthe or something.
Maybe we just got a bad batch.
Wait, but didn't we all just feel the same thing? I hallucinated a few times on absinthe, but I never had no shared hallucinations. That was out of this world.
Did you see the chanting and the robes?
I sure did. Something about a key and a gate, all kinds of weird shapes around. You saw it too, right?
Yeah.
I don't think that's possible. Well, you're the scientist.
It shouldn't be possible at all. A shared hallucination? I mean, we are close friends. We have similar experiences, but all the same figures, the dark room, the chanting. Ellie? You too?
Well, yes, but we're probably all just spending too much time together, honestly, darling. We're always in this club drinking this stuff. I mean, it's bound to happen.
The drunken mind is very susceptible to suggestion. Maybe we all saw or heard something recently. Put us in the mood for such a strange event. That's enough for one day, I think.
Well, as you
No more juice for me.
Another round of juices.
you're more than welcome to order another round if you want to. As you go to order another round of juice, you notice that you feel itchy. You feel you kind of like as you move you have these lovely soft, very fancy silk shirts or whatever it is that you're wearing, but it feels really itchy on your skin. And as you go to wave to Maddie, this barmaid who is walking around serving drinks, you can see that you've got these weird red welts on your arm.
Are they random or in some kind of a pattern?
I will let you roll this against your music skill.
Oh, oh, intriguing. 77. Well, for right music, I've got that, but I couldn't play this on the piano, whatever it is.
Okay, no, I think on a 77 this is fine with your right music.
Okay. Because presumably if I can write music, I can also read music.
So you pull your sleeve down, and you don't remember these big red welts that are kind of beginning to appear up and down your arm. You pull your shirt apart, and these welts are appearing on your chest, and they don't just look like a skin blemish or something like that. They look like symbols. And you would almost say it looks a little bit like music.
Like sheet music.
A little bit, that there are almost like repeating elements between these symbols that are making up a pattern that for some reason your mind instantly...
Has anyone got a piece of paper? I'll quickly draw the sheet music thing and transcribe it and see if I can figure out if this actually is a tune of some kind.
Don't ruin the draft of my next column.
I
You
won't,
can use the
Raffy,
back
don't
of
worry.
this.
So I'm going to look. Is my pattern look the same as like Raphael's or Che's or
So-
Owen's?
As you're seeing Harry begin to like check his arms, look at his chest, all of you are noticing that you are feeling itchy and uncomfortable as well. And you look at your own bodies and you also see these weird red blotchy welts beginning to appear that have this same...
When I notice that we have them all, I'm going to look around to see if anyone else is itching or scratching or like looking at their arms.
Give me a spot hidden dice roll.
Can I use my juice? Or do I have to declare that before?
No, you can roll your juice.
18.
18.
That's a super pass.
Okay, you look around and you do not, like, no one seems to be reacting. No one seems to have any, there doesn't seem to be any kind of disturbance. It looks like business as usual.
When we were in the vision, or whatever it was it just us four, or were there more than 4 people chanting?
There were other people.
Like, how many roughly people do I think there were there?
Maybe all of you together, maybe you'd say a dozen. Maybe about that many. It's hard to pinpoint exactly, but maybe about a dozen people.
But I can't see anyone else reacting other than us 4.
You don't see anyone else reacting. What you do see, with a hard success that I'll give you, is at the big bar. You're sat down. There's a minor parting in the crowds as Maddie comes through with another tray of drinks, and she's like elbowing people out of the way. These dancers, like, she's just trying to get her job done. This is another she's going to be working until 6 a.m, and she's furious already. But as you see her come through, she's a little bit shorter. You get like a clear shot of the bar where the back of the bar is covered in all kinds of different bottles, gin, whiskey, all the spirits you can imagine. And the juice always comes from these barrels, these small, kind of like a ton-sized barrel that are tapped and poured out of. And just, you've definitely seen it before, but you've never really thought about it. But the mark that is burnt into the side of this barrel, it looks like these welts that you're getting on your getting on your arms.
Can I do like in linguistics, would I also recognize symbology? Can I do a check to see if I know this symbol at all?
Give me a linguistics roll. I'll happily let that be a thing.
Ooh, extreme pass.
An extreme success. This is clearly a language. You are familiar with a bunch of languages. You know the formatting of language, and this is writing. You can't read it. As far as you know, this is unknown. You've never seen anything like it, but you are at the forefront of modern day linguistics, and you can identify. Yeah, this is like given time, and you feel like you would be able to crack this. You'd be able to work out what this is saying. But it definitely is writing of some kind.
Maddie, darling, come over here. Listen, have you done something to the juice? You added something to the juice? We're getting this allergic skin reaction.
She's kind of dotting, serving drinks, delivering them to tables, and she's like, "Yeah, 1 minute, I'll be right over with you. Just hold on. What is it? Same again? Okay, like just give me a second." You know, there's maybe 150, maybe 200 people at this stage, all trying to get out of the cold, barreling into the barrel, and you are one of a dozen people who are all calling for Maddie at this one moment because everyone wants to get drinks. Most people can't be bothered to go up to the bar. She is clearly heavily overworked, that maybe Doyle should have hired more bar staff.
Okay, I'm going to go up to her and I'm going to stare into her eyes, like loom over her and say, "Maddie, it's me, Che."
Give me a charm roll. I want a charm. So remember, anyone who you can use your juice power.
Charm. Sure, I'll juice it.
If you want to use your...
I'll juice this. That's 25. So my charm is 40.
Okay. Yeah, Maddie is just like, "Oh, Che, I'm working right now.
None of this matters, Maddie.
Che, come on.
Just me and you.
Look, I'll serve you guys right next." She's blushing a little bit. I don't know, maybe you guys have had a fling in the past or something like that. It's probably frowned upon by Doyle, but, you know, he seems friendly enough with you guys, and if you're making Maddie happy, if you're one of the only people who she doesn't instantly scowl at and be angry, then I think he sees that maybe it's fine that, you know, you guys are quite openly flirt with each other.
Maddie, have you drank the juice tonight? You've been drinking the juice?
Oh, you know, I don't touch that stuff. You know, we're not allowed to drink it. It's for, you know, the locals. Man, God, the fisherman, he'll be furious. That old goon.
But have you changed it tonight? Is there something different? Is this the same barrels? Where do they come from?
Doyle and, you know, the accountant Pike. He's the guy that brings them in.
Right.
Yeah, it's just for you locals. Why? What's wrong? Like, does it not taste so good tonight?
No, there's something wrong with the juice tonight, Maddie.
What's wrong with your
I think
neck?
you got a bad batch. I got all this itch. I drank the juice and I'm all itchy now.
Oh God.
I think it's something wrong with it. I think you should stop serving it to people.
Oh, geez.
There's something wrong. I want to speak to the Cornelius. I want to speak to the guys. There's something wrong with this stuff.
Yeah, I can get him, but he's, old fisherman. He's not gonna be super happy to be disturbed. But no, I can get him down here in a second, or he's upstairs in his room. I'll get him to come down to you.
Thanks, darling.
Che, why are you making trouble, man? Come on, just enjoy drinking the juice.
This juice is dangerous, man.
Yeah, but look, I've written some of my best music when I'm taking this stuff. I'm telling you, it's got a vibe, man. And I've written a jingle for the juice that we're gonna sell. You want to hear it? If you could wish for a hint of fish and notes of watermelon, an aftertaste like something laced with just a hint of heaven. Juice, 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 juice. It totally holds the key. Juice, 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 juice. It's good for you and me. Juice.
Okay, like absolutely incredible. Well done. That was so good.
I love the juice.
I like to think that you did play that on the piano.
Of course.
And already people are
like, juice.
people are already beginning to sing.
Shall I do a
it.
music performance check and we'll see if they really love it?
Give me a performance
All right.
check.
Are you going to use your juice on it?
No, I don't need
need
to,
it.
baby. I've
Wow.
got a super success. 13, and my super is 14.
Wow.
So this is new hit. Born live tonight
Yeah.
in the, what is this place called? The Barrel.
Yeah. There's some journalist off in the corner who's just like, oh my god, it's gonna be a hit.
Look at this pencil. I
Yeah.
don't believe it. What a
Writing
scoop.
down. Just boom. Harry O'Brien knocks it out of the park again. Boom, his new hit, the juice. People are loving it. Everyone is clicking, everyone is singing
Fantastic. My dream.
the juice song.
I love
having
I love music.
an absolutely great time. People are buying you guys drinks, it's incredible. The
Come
reaction
on,
is
just have some juice
I
and
have a
take the weight
plan.
off.
So I reckon old Cornelius is not going to respond well to confronting him about it. But if I go up to him and use my accounting and appraisement skills to explain how we could go into business with the jingle and the juice and make a fortune, maybe I can get him to tell me a bit more about it, what's in it, where it comes from, where he gets it,
sure.
and I can pretend that I want to draw up a business plan for him.
Okay. You guys hang out for a little bit, and Maggie comes back over to you and is like, look, the fisherman, he's going to be down in, he says he's going to be down in a couple of minutes. Hey, I got you guys another round of drinks. Take care of your neck there, old Jay. And I've got my break in a minute. I'm going to go and have a cigarette on the balcony if you want to come and join me or anything.
Sure, Maddie, I'll be right out.
Sweet. I'll catch you in a moment. I just got there's some grotesque pig-looking man from as the mayor's assistant is shouting from the corner, and she's just like, oh god, these animals, and goes to take some drinks over to their table, and you guys can all drink some more juice if you want to.
Hell yeah.
Can
I'm
I
on
get
3
a
juices now.
Can I get a sanity roll, please? If anyone is drinking their juice,
I'm going to drink some juice.
Fail.
Yikes.
Ooh, big fail.
I failed my sanity check as well.
Ooh, I love that. Each of you can lose a sanity.
Oh, well, I can drink loads more juices then.
Yeah, you each have a vision. It's not.
So I'm not drinking the juice, by the way.
You're not.
I'm just sniffing it, examining it, swilling it around.
Swilling it in your beaker.
I'm watching E3.
We'll get to that in a second. But you, Harry, you're there plinking away on the piano, and guess suddenly it's just mist has rolled in around you. What was cigarette and cigar smoke now is just this kind of misty environment, and you are just stood on open plains, and there are these just colossal figures walking around you. These huge shapes. You can barely make out what they are.
How big are we talking? Building sized? Oh, wow.
Yeah. You would say a good maybe 50 to 100 feet tall. These
Oh, wow, okay.
large creatures. You would never be able to describe exactly what they look like, but you can really. Is it the dancing and the rickety floorboards, or is it the pounding footsteps of these creatures moving around you? And then you are just back singing juice, 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 just once again.
Wow.
And remember to keep track of any bonus dice that you're getting.
Yes, no, I have 3 times juice.
You've drawn little juices.
Picture of some juice.
Whereas
Raphael.
Raphael.
I call him Raffy. Yes.
Raphael, you're just now in again the smoke clouds of just people smoking away. Suddenly that gives way to it's kind of more like steam, and you're in this jungle, and in front of you is a huge insect, but this is bigger than a person. This huge. It's like a cockroach, but it has too many segments to its body. It has too many legs that all have too many joints, and it is just staring at you with fascination. Its mandibles, or what you think of as mandibles, dozens of sets of these things, chittering and writhing, and it just looks at you.
I'm gonna slap myself in the face to like snap me out of it, wake myself up.
Cool, and you are back in the barrel. Just everything is totally
Hate that.
fine. And then last of all, Ellie, you are stood in the ruins of Chicago. You are literally just down the road from here. You've lived around here for a long time, but every building is destroyed, overgrown with vines and foliage. Plants have absolutely reclaimed the city, and you can see that like these figures in the distance, minuscule to you, are building something huge, something enormous, taller than the tallest building in New York. They are all just kind of funneling these construction materials to this construction, and you don't know if these things are alive or not, but there are these huge kind of cones that move between them with writhing tendrils coming out of the top of them, and it seems like they are ordering these figures to construct something. And then you're back in the room. Can I get a spot hidden roll from Che?
That's an 85, which is not a success.
Okay. Yeah, you are watching these guys, and those visions are a split second, to the extent where any outlooker would never even realize that you were even having that vision, even though for you, in that moment, it could feel like an hour. It could feel like days that you are in that moment. But as quickly as they come on, you are out of them, and then, like waking up from a dream, they leave your head almost immediately. And you see these guys drink the juice, and it just seems like people drinking a drink. All of them have a slug and are just like, this is delicious. What a lovely drink this is. Yum. I want to drink
the juice
more.
with us.
I don't know. I don't think we should be drinking this stuff. It's something wrong with it today. You guys, it's not hitting the same.
Yes, it's definitely not the same.
I just wrote a hit song because of the juice.
That's very superstitious. You don't know the juice had anything to do with it.
Listen,
You don't know
Harry,
we didn't.
Superstition is but a stone's throw away from religion, which
Well-
we all know is the opiate of the masses. You're no foolish mass opiate drinker, are you, Harry? You should know better.
No, but I do love the juice, and it does seem to get my creative juices flowing, so I'm going to keep on drinking it. In fact, Maddie, darling, juice me up.
Maddie puts down another tray of the juice
Hell
in front
yeah.
of you guys, and it's not that long before the fisherman, Cornelius Doyle. You see him coming out of this back room. He's kind of wiping up his hands and moves his way through the bar. Like, people know to like give this guy a little bit of a wide berth. That he's not nearly as friendly with a lot of people as he is with you guys. You have actually managed to create a bit of affection with him, but he makes his way over to you all and is just like, oh, hey, Jay, yeah, what's the problem? Like, Maddie came up and she's all in a fuss. Like, she says,
Cornelius, my good man, have you tried the juice this evening?
Hey, you know me. Like, look, I don't touch any alcohol whatsoever. You don't touch your supply. You know, my wife, she'll have it in the neck. Like, apart from some champagne when my daughter got married, and you know, tot of brandy at New Year. Like, yeah.
Like, and you genuinely have never. He doesn't drink.
You know us, Cornelius. We're your friends. We're your best customers, you know. We come here every night and drink the juice, and we love the juice. But tonight, there's something off about the juice, Cornelius. Would you like to, I mean, have a little smell. There's something wrong with it. It's giving me a rash, Cornelius. Look, I've got standards to maintain. I can't be going out on town with a rash like this. The ladies will be all over me.
Oh,
Like a rash.
like a rash. Geez. What the heck, Jay? You should see a doctor about that or something.
Like, he looks a bit like, a bit repulsed by these kind of really raw welts on your body, and maybe he's not quite putting it together in the same way that you are. He's not necessarily appreciating the symbols, but they look pretty bad.
Cornelius, if I'm having an allergic reaction here, I need to know what it is. Where did you get this stuff from? I'm gonna need to find out.
This comes from, Pike.
That slimy guy?
The accountant.
His accountant that works with him. I was given a special barrel for tonight. I was just told go and send some over to you. Look, I was already thinking someone was a bit weird when my accountant was saying give out free drinks. I'm like, what the heck, am I right? Like, what are we doing? We're about making some money here. And
Hold on, I didn't know these were free. I've been paying for them.
so the round of drinks that he brought over was free. The rest have been going onto your tab.
Where is Pike? I'd very much like to talk to him as an accountant to an accountant.
Pike's he's upstairs. He's laying down at the moment. He's not been feeling super well. We were gonna call for a doc just in case anything's going on, but no, I think he's fine. He's just resting his head a little bit. I think he's been hitting the juice a bit hard himself, if you know what I mean.
Well, let me see him. I'm sure I can help. Something of a doctor myself, you know.
I'm gonna want some kind of persuade or lie, because I don't think you are a doctor.
No, I'm not really a doctor.
I don't think.
But he doesn't know that. I feel like I have an air of academia about me, and I could easily pass as someone who knows about medicine.
Doctoring those numbers.
Yes, I've been known to doctor a few numbers before.
Give me a fast talk roll.
I have a persuade skill. Where is fast talk? Oh no, my fast talk's much worse than my persuade.
Yeah, because if you're going to try and lie, would be a fast talk.
Well, here goes nothing, I suppose. 79 is a failure.
Raffi, you've been coming in here for a while, chewing my ear off about numbers. I know you ain't any kind of doctor.
Well, I've nursed a few hangovers in my time. I know some remedies. I'm sure I can help him out if he's not feeling so well.
It's all okay. Like, I'm sure he doesn't really want to be too disturbed right now.
Darling, I love the juice more than the feel of ancient Greek in my mouth, but something's fishy, and it's not just the usual juice. We need to have a look at that barrel, darling.
Oh, yeah. Like, I think he probably is now sort of seeing these welts on you guys as well. And I think he is seeing that something is up. Look, I don't want anyone getting sick here or, our reputation being sullied. The barrel is it's a premium venue that people from all over like to come to. And yeah, we can't have it getting out that people are getting ill, especially, the great Harry O'Brien. Man, I love that new song, by the way. The juice. It's a banger. We were hearing it upstairs through the floor. Like, boom, we were just clicking away, me and the boys, just having a great time up there. Yeah, come with me. And he kind of gestures over to you alongside this bar that's opposite the stage. Off to one side of it, there is a door that goes into some kind of storeroom. Clearly, it's where they're keeping bottles and barrels and things like that. And he's like, "Look, I can show you the barrel. Like, the Pike gave me special to give you all a drink from tonight."
Was it just us he said to give the drinks to, or did everyone get from this special barrel?
No, it's just use lot. were meant to be having it. He said that you guys were all celebrating your big night tonight. It was a little treat on him.
I don't know how he would know about that. Haven't spoken to Pike in quite
What was our
some
big
time.
night again? I've forgotten what our big night was.
We were all just very successful and
Oh, yeah,
patting ourselves on the back.
But no, Pike said you guys were doing something big tonight. That you lot had something big planned.
Nothing
I don't remember
specific.
what that was.
You don't know what that is.
It's not unlike any other.
Well, maybe wise Christ, Pike, he's hitting the sauce pretty hard as well, and so maybe he's confused. But yeah, we were told give you this drink special on the house.
This is quite suspicious, actually.
If you take it out with the accountant, like he's already out and giving away free drinks, bad for business. We're here to make some money, all right?
So can we inspect the barrel and the juice inside it and compare it to the regular one? And is the barrel itself or the juice inside any different to the regular stuff?
Give me a spot hidden roll. So you're taken into this back room, and it's fairly cramped. There's a few kegs of some sort of weak beer in here. A load of bottles, a bunch of them just sort of kept in straw, just these wooden crates, just full of these sort of unmarked gin bottles, whiskey, a few other spirits, a couple of bottles of wine, things like that. Fairly well stocked and fairly tight in here. And there is a few of these wooden kegs of the juice that you have seen every time you've ordered it before. It's always been poured from these things.
He's like, yeah, this is the barrel we were told give you a little special hit from.
Yeah.
No, 94.
They basically look the same as far as you're concerned. They look really, really similar. And maybe the markings are a little bit different, but it looks more just like some kind of maker's stamp on the front of it. It doesn't look like it's not writing or anything.
You said that the stamp on the front of the barrel looked like the welts on us. Can we sort of hold our welt up to the barrel and see if that's the case?
Yeah, you 100% can. And they look very similar. Really close. And if anything, you feel like these welts are getting more defined. Like the red blotchiness is sort of receding a little bit away, leaving these kind of dark,
Almost like tattoos, is it?
almost like a tattoo, you'd say. These dark red kind of markings on your skin.
Oh.
I think I want a sanity roll from everyone. I think noticing this.
1.
9.
A literal 1.
Ooh.
Do I get anything for that?
I'll give you something for that.
Oh.
38. I'm good.
Everyone pass.
I did not.
Okay, if you have failed, all of you can lose 1 sanity, whereas Bryony, you can lose 3.
Ooh.
Not only are these marks getting more defined, it feels like they're moving a little bit. They're not in exactly the same spots where they were, that they're kind of dragging themselves into a slightly more cohesive pattern.
So when I was saying earlier about whether I felt that there was some similarity between the notes and music. Did anything come of that? Because then I just started playing the piano and came up with the Juice song. But oh no, I remember how I got distracted. I was looking at comparing my dots to everyone else's. But if I lay them out, does it look like the way when you look at notes, the way they go up and down or anything? Is there anything in that or not?
Not in a
They're just all random swirly all over me.
all over,
But organised.
Yeah, well now they're organizing.
They're kind of becoming more organized, but you would definitely impart that
You saw a pattern before.
it
Yeah.
feels like it could be music. Not that you would know how to read it necessarily, but there's heavy similarities between these notes and sort of, in your mind, sheet music.
But not like human sheet music.
No, not that you would play, but it seems like it's just something that you would inflect on that
Gosh.
of that it could be.
I feel like someone's taking advantage of us. Much like the capitalist exploits the labor of the proletariat, I feel like we are but the playthings of something, and I don't like it. I'm going to have to insist we go speak to this Pike character.
Rafi, what's inside these barrels? Is there anything inside there other than just juice? If they've changed it, if you think they've spiked it or slipped us a Mickey, which is a 1920s phrase, maybe there's something inside these
Yeah,
barrels.
someone's trying to roofie us.
To use a
Much more
2020s phrase. Why don't we bust one of these sons of bitches open and have a look inside?
Inside the barrel.
Yeah, why not?
There's just juice inside.
Well, we don't know that. It's a barrel.
We couldn't tell
It's
the difference
opaque.
when it was in our glasses.
Yeah, but there might be something inside the barrel, is all I'm saying.
Well, just hold on there. If we're going to get in trouble with the fishermen, we've got a sweet deal going on here, and I'm not getting kicked out of this place.
That's a good point, Eleanor.
Also, I think I'm still stood in the room with you guys. Maybe. I'm not sure, like, if we had left or not. Like, this, I don't know.
That was just an aside to Rafi.
Yeah, no, that's...
Stage whisper.
Cornelius. And I get out my wallet and I, get enough money out to pay for this barrel and I hand it to him. Harry, smash that barrel open.
You say so. I'm going to smash the barrel.
Whoa, you're making a big mess in here. There's juice everywhere.
It doesn't look that different, but potentially comparing it to this one special marked barrel to the other barrels, like maybe that is like a slight, like it's ever so slightly darker or ever so slightly more vibrant, a little bit more sparkly, maybe a little thicker. Like you can't quite place it, but side by side, you probably would be like, basically the same, ever so slightly different.
Right, Cornelius, I'm going to have to insist that we speak to Pike now.
Look, he's...
Tell me where he is, Cornelius.
Are you trying to intimidate?
No, this is just how I speak.
Look, like I said, Pike's laying down upstairs. He's not in the best of shape.
Don't you think this is very suspicious? A strange special barrel for us for no good reason, and now we all are covered in this rash.
It seems real bad. Look, leave it with me, boys.
Cornelius,
have a-
how much do you need? We know money talks here.
Ooh, give me any kind of roll.
Is there a bribe
charm,
roll?
a persuade,
Got an appraise roll.
81.
or it could be credit rating. But I will say you can have a natural, just bonus dice on this because,
You're rich.
because this is a guy who is very driven by money.
71, which is not enough. That's with the bonus.
Oh wow! Would you like to push it?
Oh, more money. You start pulling out notes and he's like shaking his head, so you have to like pull more and more notes.
$10, no. $100, no. $100,000, no. $100 million.
She just watches rings.
Well, yes.
I'll say you can push this, but if it goes wrong, I think you're gonna burn your bridge with him.
Can I try just put a hand on his arm and just sort of say, Cornelius, darling, we've got Science Boy over here. He can take a look at Pike and, he'd sort him out.
I am technically a doctor.
Do you have any medicine skill?
No. But I'm technically a doctor.
And neither does Cornelius.
That's true. I think you might be having a hard time with this.
Okay.
I don't know if you managed to persuade him with those
No.
rolls. I think I'll let you have one last gambit, one last push.
One last okay, fine. Let's push it. Here we go. 53. I feel like I need a 40 in order to get through any of these. Charm or anything. So that's a no. That's a fail.
Remember, you can spend your luck if you wish to.
I have very low luck to begin with.
It will take, 13 points of luck to get you under the bar?
Either you spend that luck, or you will have offended because you failed the push roll. Doyle is going to take offense to how either little money you offered him, or just like this.
Okay, I think we've offended him. In that case,
Let's leave it
we
be.
splashed juice all in his back room.
Yeah, we already broke
We've
one of his
upset
barrels.
him.
Let's
We've
leave it
like
be.
offered him money to bribe him. I think we've offended him.
Is this like Cornelius's office where he's going to hang out, or do I get the impression that he's going to leave?
He's probably gonna be leaving.
Okay.
This is kind of like the storeroom of the.
Cornelius, we're feeling a little funky with this juice. Would you mind if we just took a moment, have a smoke, and gather our thoughts here? We'll be okay. We're sorry for troubling you.
Harry, I love the juice song, but look, Che, you've been pushing your luck around here a bit too much, and you think a couple of bucks you can pay someone like me? Look, I want you staying away from Maddie now, and I want you out of here. You finished up your drinks, and I want you gone. Pal, you can take a moment, but if I'm going to be back down in a minute, and if you don't get this guy out of here...
Don't worry, we'll take care of it.
And even though he's not necessarily like the tallest fellow,
I'm not
like
gonna
you
mess
can
with this guy.
you can see him kind of bristling.
Yeah.
And as suddenly like this, where normally he's very jovial, this hardness to his face kind of creeps in, and you can see him kind of clenching his fists, and like these are fists that you can tell have broken
Oh,
people's
no doubt.
bodies
Yeah.
in the past, and that you get this just hint of intimidation from him, where you're like, oh, he is a serious person who you've heard stories about his involvement in crime, and you're like, ooh.
I mean, he also
he's-
runs a speakeasy.
Well, yeah, so he's got to have friends in the mafia
Yeah.
and all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
He takes off and he
Do I know enough about the layout of this place to guess at what
That's
room
what I was going to
upstairs
say.
quite
He's
might be?
upstairs, right?
Yeah.
So we could just give it the old
Can I
sneak.
sneak in? I've got like a lockpick skill. I might be able to like get into the back room.
So the barrel is positioned on the second story or the first floor of. It's sort of like one of those old. Well, I guess not as old because we're in the 20s. This red brick sort of kind of detached, like sort of townhouse type thing. The ground floor being a shop. The upstairs would have been apartments, but this being converted into the speakeasy. And the floor above, there is what you'd consider to be more apartments. There's just one more floor above, and you know that people kind of go upstairs. Give me a luck roll. Fail. Okay. You will know that sometimes people have been up there and like had some drinks in the past. You've never been up there, but you would guess that if they're referring to someone being convalesced, that they'd be upstairs, hanging out somewhere. There is an internal staircase that goes up every floor. On this floor is this big bar. There is a small toilet and this storeroom and a staircase going up. Downstairs is a sweet shop.
I think I have a plan. How would you guys feel about causing a little distraction? Shay, I feel like if you made a bit of a fuss while leaving, that would really draw some attention. Maybe someone else could go with him to calm him down, while two of us sneak upstairs, poke around and try to speak to this Pike fellow.
We don't need to make that kind of a ruckus. Maybe he just goes outside and I'll play a song and try and get the crowd going. It'll be real loud, get them all singing along, and that'll be a pretty good distraction. But it's your call. You're the smart fellas.
I say play them that juice song again. They loved it.
Give them an encore of the juice. The juice is loose.
You would also know on all of these buildings that at the back there will be a sort of like a fire escape that'll be running
fire escape.
up the entire backside of this, and just from being around this place, from being or just knowing architecture of this area, that would be how this stuff is working.
I ain't much of an actor. I can play the piano. If you want me to drag him out of here like he's making a fuss, we can give it a go. But
Sure. Okay. Let's do this. I'm happy to go outside for a smoke.
so we're gonna pretend that like saying, I ain't had too much, and I'm gonna sort of be getting him out.
Sure, I'll do that. All
And
right.
somehow we'll kind of make a distraction out of that.
Two of you are going to make a bit of a distraction. Who
Yeah.
are you trying to distract? Who are you?
So
I think Cornelius is the main guy. You
yeah,
gotta keep
I'm
the
gonna
attention
try and
on.
get Cornelius's attention, getting him out. And I'll be like placating Cornelius. Don't worry. He's had a tough week at the laboratory. His yo-yo string snapped. And,
No, not the yo-yo string.
yeah. So I'm gonna take care of him. Don't worry, Cornelius. And sort of try and keep him talking, giving hopefully enough time for Eleanor and Raffi to sneak upstairs and do whatever they need to do up there.
Cool. Okay. Yeah.
Hey, Cornelius! You dirty scum, you dirty rotten scum.
Oh my god! All right.
You've tainted this juice. You've ruined it. This place is going down. I'm telling the health inspector. You mark my words. This place is going to be shut down next week.
Oh, I'm trying to get him out of here for real now. I'm going to get you as quickly as possible.
I sort of-
What was meant to be a distraction play has become a fight for our lives.
Yeah.
I am now
Okay.
getting him out of the building.
Okay,
no
this
need to
is-
act here, Tom.
I feel like
This is like a brawl roll or something.
I feel like I need some kind of dice roll.
Okay.
I feel like give me
I feel like making a sanity roll based on that.
maybe a luck. This is heavy-handed. This is
Okay, I actually have a lot of luck, so I'm happy with that.
no. I want it from.
Oh, shit.
I want it from
Jay.
Jay to see
How he reacts.
how.
72. That's a fail.
So you have kind of maneuvered out of this back room. And just your face on the most so good. Just Lewis just looking like a kid caught with his hand in a cookie jar or something.
Consequences of your actions.
Yes, no, the consequences of my actions.
I think this is the part where they call finding out.
Yeah. And yeah, you guys kind of make it out of the back room, kind of past the bar, and Doyle is walking around. There's a lot of people. And then Che, you start shouting about how you're going to get this place shut down and how the drinks have been tainted. And you're drawing the attention of quite a few of the patrons. But most importantly, yeah, Doyle is looking at you, and where before you thought you had seen that he was potentially angry, potentially threatening, it's almost like you are looking at a different person. His face is now, even though the room brightly lit by gas lamps, is now in shadow, and you can see this guy as a genuinely terrifying physical threat. And he just starts pushing his way through the crowd, like physically pushing people out of the way, heading straight in your direction.
When I see this, can I grab your arm and just sort of say, "Come on, Raffi, I think that's our cue to leave," and just head
climb up the
towards?
fire
yeah.
escape.
So you're going to head out the back.
Out the window. I feel like everyone's looking over there. We'll go in the opposite direction, climb up.
So I think this will maybe conveniently that Cornelius will just be heading in your direction and just be saying like,
Maddie, get the boys from upstairs.
and she's
this
just
task
like,
too well.
she's like, no, come on, Doyle, no, he's no trouble. And he just like pushes her away and he just says,
Get the boys.
wow. I really hope that you guys have enjoyed this episode of Call of Cthulhu and the scenario Fish in a Barrel. It's great to be back into the 1920s, goofing around, everyone having their prophetic visions. What heady days. I'm sure everything is going to be completely fine for the rest of this adventure. If you guys are enjoying this, maybe consider becoming a member. It helps to support us so we can keep playing more games. Until next time, everybody, goodbye.